I'm Erik Paulson. Welcome to Tape 1 of Combat Submission Wrestling. Hi, I'm Erik Paulson and I live in Los Angeles, California right now. I'm originally from Minnesota. I've been in Los Angeles for about 20 years. I train under Dan Inosanto and teach out of the Inosanto Academy. I also train with the Machados and I own a gym in Orange County, California. I train professional fighters. I train military, police, and federal government officials. Combat submission wrestling is approximately 5 to 10 different arts. What it is, it's Muay Thai, French Savate, we call STX kickboxing. It's boxing, Western boxing, Greco-Roman, freestyle and collegiate wrestling. It's judo, sambo, catch as catch can, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and shuto on the ground. It's a mixture of compilation of all these things. What I've done is I've tried to simplify the training methods the best to my ability to help train and develop fighters and pass on the art that makes it more applicable and functional for civilian fighters and military and police. The first drills I'd like to start out with are called offensive striking to clinching drills. What they are is they are punching into grappling. And what these do is they actually pressure your partner or your opponent into covering, which sets up the tackle or the takedown. So what we're going to do is we're going to do probably about 5 different takedowns or setups from striking. What I'm going to do is bring Cesar Fernandez in here as my partner. Okay, first thing he's going to do, he's just going to cover because he has to. His hands are up. So the first thing I do is I'm going to fake my cross. I'm going to fake it, just show it, and then I'm going to left hook. So as I left hook, I'm going to leave my hand on his head. So as soon as he covers, just like that, I don't retract it and go. I fake, drop, step, and turn him around. Okay. So one more time. So fake my right, left hook, drop, step, and shoot. So what I'll do is I'll keep hitting them over and over and over. So fake with the right, left, and shoot. Okay, notice the penetration. When I fake with the right, I left hook, I leave the hand here, I drop, and my head step. This leg comes up, and I turn him around. Realistically, it's a double leg. I'll take him to the floor. It looks like this. Okay, the second drill I like to do is a 3-punch combo. And the reason this one works is because he cannot follow with his body and his head, my head, because it goes up and down. Because the 3 high, low, high shots set up the double leg. So the first shot that I did was just a single, and then I shot. Okay. And it's got to be done quick. The second one is just a high, a low, and a high. And so what I do when I go 1, 2, 3, drop, and shoot. So I go high, low, high, drop, and shoot. Bang. Again. Okay. Again. High, low, high, and drop and shoot. Now, when I drop and shoot, I go high, low, one more time, high, low, high. When I shoot, I don't go like this. If he shoots with his arms wide, come in and tackle, I'll pick him up, number 1. Slow motion. Number 2, he's gonna eat a knee. So his hands, when he shoots, should always be in front of his face. That way, when I knee, boom, and he's in. So, yeah, just like that. So if I drop to shoot, I go 1, 2, 3. I don't want to go wide. Hands are here, in case he knees. Knee, knee. Bang, I'm in. Okay. Okay, one more time. So high, low, high, drop, and step and shoot. Okay, on the takedown off the double, 3 finishes that I like to do. Actually, there's 4. If I have a big person in front of me, he's facing me. When I punch and I shoot, I just hit him and go straight in and back. So it's like a football tackle. I bring him backwards, even here. Okay. So it's like a forward running tackle. Okay. The second way is when I get the double here and I'm in this position. What I do is this leg, when it comes up, I grab my wrists and I bring it up and I lift. And it's called turning the corner. So when I get into here, and then I immediately climb and get his head and get his arm. Or right here. When I'm here and I'm here, and this comes here, I climb and I get over and under. Just
just like this. With my head low because I have to be careful of the knee. Okay, so I keep my head low, knee. Or I keep this here, because this will allow me to hit, and mount, and hit, and then hit, and okay. My next finish is when I'm here, I hook. Okay, he's here. Same thing. If I go here, hook, don't fall, and hook the leg. Okay. 3/4 of most people, when you take them in a double leg tackle, do not know how to counter the leg hook. So that's why a lot of people will back trip. If I'm here and I go to hook and this leg steps back, then I hook the other side. And control his hips, control his head, and either under his arm, like this, or over the shoulder and under his hips on the other side. Keeping my head down. Okay. And right away, because of the striking, what I do is I start working to find a pin or control that I can set up so I can start to hit him. A lot of times I'll just stay crossbody here so I can continue to hit him. If he's blocking so I can't mount, what I'll do is use my knee. Right there, just like that. One more time. I'll use my knee, crack like this, and then mount so I can get in and hit. My third counter that I'm gonna do is when I get in on him, I shoot here. Sometimes I go head inside, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin him. It's called a knee spin. And as soon as I hit him, I just spin him and turn him down, just like this. Okay. So, if I'm here, and I come in here, this knee comes here, and then I just drop and spin. Okay. This is also done if he sprawls, sprawl, hips, yeah. Same thing, knee spin. Okay. One more time. As you can see, when he sprawls, watch this. Leg comes up, knee comes down, I pull his knee in, and watch my other foot. Just like that, control. Okay, let's take a look again, or a review of the double leg finishes. Okay. You have an entry or ways to get in. A lot of guys are real good at getting the legs, but they finish terribly. They get them and then the guy will do whatever to get out. He'll either hip in and lift, he'll double underhook, he will stop you, he'll cross face, he'll sprawl, he'll move. Ways to stop it. Once you establish the position for the double leg, what we want to do, most of the time to prevent the sprawl, when I'm on a double here, what I do is I grab my wrists, okay? So when I'm here and he goes to sprawl, this is easy for me to stop it. And it's easy for me just to lift. And if not, remember, double leg turns into a single leg. This I want to lift. If I don't lift, then I go to here. But usually this will cut. And if he bases out wide with this foot, base out, then I take this foot, and I just go to one. Okay, so 2 gives you 1, 1 gives you 2. Okay, same thing. Head inside here, boom. Okay, will give me a double, bang. And a double, he bases out, bring that leg out, gives you a single. Okay. 1 gives you 2, 2 gives you 1. Okay. So the first finish, again, was to grab my wrists underneath his butt and leg up and lift, twist, drop, control. Number 1, keep your body weight on him, okay? Control from right here, because he's going to be pushing my hips and my head. Relax. Okay. Push my hips, and push my head like this, okay? I need to control his hips because he's gonna get his butt and hips away. So what I do is I do a ladder. I go from here to here to here. Wow. And now I've got number one of the best control positions. Okay. The second control position from here is I go hips, and he blocks his head, block. So I go over, whoop, and under his hip the other way. This is good too. Second, strongest holding position for crossbody. It's called the over and under. And this is the headlock. Just like this. Nice tight position. A lot of people here will try to shoulder punch you, bang, like this. Okay. Another thing they'll try to do is get this arm up so they can punch you. Other people will try to turn your head or push and snip, punch from here, and then work their knees from here. Okay. There's tons of tricks that we're going to do, but my main goal is to get from this position to control his body. I got his legs, now I got to get his head. Okay. Another thing you can do from here is step over his legs and figure 4 your legs. That way he can't push and squirm. Then what I do is I try to walk up slowly. He's still pushing. He's pushing. And what I do, look at, is I walk up to his head and then climb up, and then I'm in. Okay. So I have a double leg control, walk the ladder, boom, get the control. Walk the ladder, get the control, okay? Or stay here, step over, and figure 4 your legs, okay? Or figure 4 your leg, the other leg under, and keep it tight. Nice and tight, walk up, he's gonna be pushing, push, push, push. And you're gonna just walk as you use your body to shuck, control, and control.
A common mistake a lot of people make on a double leg tackle, or even when they shoot, is they shoot from too far away. So what happens, let's say I'm injured a little bit or I'm tired, out of desperation, I shoot from this range, or even the kicking range. This is okay, but it's a little too far. If he's got any good reaction at all, he's always going to stop me by either sprawling or putting in an arm in front or double underhooking or whizzer. These are a few different ways he could stop me hipping in. Okay, so my objective more than anything is to get 1 arm's length away from him. So I'm either going to try to hit him or I'm going to let him hit me. And that's going to get me in to the range that I need to shoot and drop for a double or a single. It's 1 arm's length away, okay? And the other thing I do is I divide his body in half. So I don't shoot just straight, but I've already divided his body in half, so when I hit him, I'm stepping, bang, okay? So a great drill you can do that I always have everyone, it's called a preemptive drill or a warm-up drill that I have everyone do. It's called a wall tackle drill, just like this, square up to me. And he holds his elbows like this. Good. And what I do now is I go here, I drop, and then I hit. Okay, switch your legs, same thing. 1 arm's length drop. Good. If you look at it this way, okay. Notice my head's tight. My leg steps up. Okay, so I can go double leg, leg and body, or body, body, leg and body, double leg. Okay, same thing. Double leg, body, leg and body. Leg and body, double leg, body. Okay. This is called a wall tackle drill, and I use this as a warm-up just so you get used to hitting the high repetition.
drop, and shoot. Okay. Another drill I do is like this. And I'll take him, I'll keep my head up, and I'll run him, I'll just touch, and I'll run him sideways like this. And this way. So what that's for is when I shoot, I run him. Okay. Same thing. Footwork. Okay. You can do it high or you can do it low. Low is I drop, I step. Okay, open your legs a little wider. Okay. Drop, step. Step to his toe line. Don't step here. Common mistake. Guys are here, they're off balance. Hip in, hip. Hip in. I'm off balance. Okay. So, when I go, I drop, I step, penetrate, and step up. Drop. So when it's done quick, I go here, from here. Okay, the second finish we can do is called touch and go. It's like taking a rock and skipping it off the water, which ricochets, okay? You can either touch it, touch your knee. So when I go here, I step like that. So I drop. So I go from here, I drop. Okay. So when I go here, I drop, I drop, I step and run, just like that. And then I'm gonna run it to the side. Drop, step, and run. Okay, that's a running double leg. So boop, up, look at, and up and run. Okay. Your same option here is when I go here, I just step and then I run. And it's usually a few steps and wah, he's in the air. So I go like this. Okay. And you just go one and run. So, okay, the thing with the running double, you've got to get the knees. Okay, you got to get the knees. So that's the second finish we do. Again, 1, 2 is here, and I step up and I run. Okay. The third finish is I'm here, I hook his leg. Okay. If his legs are back, bring your legs back. It's harder for me to hook. My head's got to be tight, because if my head's not tight, he can cross-face, no, yeah, in front, oh, okay. So when he cross-faces, my head's tight. And I'm still walking and hooking. And this hooks and pulls, okay? So as soon as I make this, I take it. If he back steps, I take it here. Okay. So it looks like this. Walk, just like this. Okay. So let's go here. Drop, step, just like that. So if I go here, I drop, hit, pressure, hook. Okay, the next punching sequence I like to do is to get either a body tackle or a head and side body tackle. Two types of body tackles. You'll see a lot of guys, what they'll do is they will wait till your partner or their opponent from this angle jabs, and then they slip and they come head up, head outside body tackle, and they hook and they try to hook the leg. Very popular. Okay. What I like to do is head inside. It's a little harder for him to counter. Head outside a lot of times. Sometimes if he jabs and he drops his forearm before I get in, that will allow him to punch or allow him to circle away from me, just like that, or whatever. Okay. So it has to be timed good. You can also use it off of the right cross. He throws a right cross. Probably my favorite body tackle. I lift him, I hook his leg. There's a lot of ways I can take him down. I usually prefer to give him a little lift and then slam. Okay. But that's usually done defensively. Okay. Now offensively, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the head inside body tackle. Head inside, if you notice, inside is inside his hand, outside is outside his hand. Okay. A lot of people say that the head outside body tackle is easy to get front guillotine choked. You're right, it is if your hips are away from your partner and your head is down a little bit. Prime example, if he shoots in and his head's down, he's going for a body tackle, but his head's down and his hips are back, yes, I can get my hips back and do this. But if his hips are in and his head's up, it's harder for me to do it. It's easier for him to hook my leg, okay, or to take me on the side and lift me up, or to take my back. Okay, that's with the head up. So, again, a common mistake is he jabs and the guy comes in like this. It goes like that and the guy ends up guillotine choking the guy, okay, because my hips are back. Obviously, when I do it the right way, boom, my head is up and my legs and hips are together. I'm either sucking his hips in, hooking, lifting, or driving and stepping to go over the top of him. Okay. All right, now the head inside. Head inside has to be done when I come in. What I like to do is, if you look right here, you want to hit him right in the chest here with your forehead, and then slide your head up, just like that. Okay. So it's actually an accidental headbutt, but accidental, right? So what I do to set it up is I go low jab, okay? I go hard low jab, bang. Now I fake my low jab or feint it, drive my right overhand, whack. My forehead steps, and you notice I'm right in for the body tackle. Okay. Right in this position, I'm either going to hook or I'm going to step over him like this. So I'm going to break him and then step right over the top. Okay. My problem or my danger here for a head, number one, when I come in, I don't ever run my head in sideways. I make contact with my forehead, so I drive my head up on his shirt, then I roll, and then I lift. So when I come in and I overhand block this, look at my forehead hits, I drive my face, and then I come right up to hit him. The same on, we call a snag single leg. When I come here, boom, okay, I grab, I pull it back and drop it. Okay, it's called a snag single. Okay, same thing, whop, oh, hop, or just grab his leg. Okay. Head inside body tackle goes from here. Head, look at, oh, look at this. Mount. I go bang. Mount. One thing that you'll notice on the head inside body tackle is if his head is not putting pressure on me, it's easy for me to spin him into a head and arm throw. So for instance, if he low jabs, spinning, and he overhands, boom, and his forehead comes in, look at, good, turn around. Okay, look at, a lot of times as he's going, a lot of people will just try to whine and throw you. Okay. So one way that I use to prevent this, right here, hands up, is when I come here, go ahead and arm. Okay, at my pressure, I've already got him leaning back. The second thing is if he does it before he's leaning back, I duck, and then I end up on his back, okay? And this is easier from here for me to drop and double leg to control. Or when I get the back, once I get here, I step and block and drive him forward this way. I'm gonna take his back. Okay. So my key is that I have this pressure that stops him from throwing me, and if he doesn't, I duck my head. My head's not too high. Go, boom, go here. And this will allow me to even throw him this way, crack, to get him down, to take his back. This last takedown, as soon as you hit your partner, let's say the guy's got a real quick sprawl. He's really quick at hitting the deck. So let me see his sprawl. Good, that's a standard sprawl. Okay, now do it with one hip, just one hip down. Good, and let me see the other hip. Boom, okay. Most higher level wrestlers always drop one hip, even on a double. They drop one hip down instead of two hips like that, okay? The higher level, that's okay for training, but the higher level is your chest hits first. So for a basic sprawl, you have from here, you go 1, 2, 3, and then hips. Okay, so you punch in, you go here, and back up. Single is the same, they're shooting for this leg, so you drop that leg back, and back up. And the same thing here, and back up. Now realistically, when you do it, you gotta think that the person shooting on you is gonna go through you, so you don't drop your hands, you do the worm. So when you go, it looks like this. Okay. And the same thing here, one side. Okay. And the same thing here, just like that. You have to sprawl like that. Now, if you look slow, and I have a half-ass sprawl, when I sprawl, he can still turn me. You got my legs. Turn. Okay. So when he goes, watch my body go. Okay. This will allow me to keep my weight on him and then spin to his back. So when he shoots, he measures go. Okay, look at my weight. All my weight's here. Control, control, here, turn this way. Control here, control here. Body weight, never on your knee. This is lazy. Keep your hip down. Keep all your weight on. And this will allow you to take his side or his back. Okay. This position will allow you, instead of this knee, will allow this knee. And will allow you to come back in for your control. So it looks kind of like this when he shoots. Like this. Body weight, look, then here. Let's say someone has a half-ass sprawl like this. It's It's okay, and it's maybe a junior high school level sprawl. Okay, they're not used to getting a person to go through them. So what's going to happen is with that sprawl, the person is still going to get your legs. Their objective is to finish, and the finish you're going to use when a person does that sprawl is you're going to do the windshield wiper. I get to here, I get the legs. Okay, this leg steps up, this leg does a 180, and I pull this knee and use my head and watch his foot. Just like that. So from here, I step, just like that. I step. Okay, so here, for instance now, I come in here and I drop and I go here and he sprawls, just like that, okay? Now I still got the legs, but his hips are down. My leg has to step up. Now I windshield wiper my leg and pull this knee. It's called a knee spin. Again, this is called a knee spin. I get the position, okay? I'm in here, he sprawl. Grab my chest, 2 arms around tight, yeah. Get hips down, oh. What do? I can still do it. I just lift my head up, lift my leg up, step, and turn. Okay. So a good way to practice is just even from here. Hold on, stand up, okay? Ready? Go from right here, just go, sprawl. Ready? Sprawl. Okay. What that teaches you to do is get control, keep your hip loose, base posture with your head, keep your knee under your chest, step your leg up, and windshield wiper, and spin your knee. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to review. There's actually about 5 that I like to do, but let's get 3 or 2 or even 1 that you can use and that works for you all the time, rather than 5 that may not or may sometimes work. We're basing everything on high percentages. High percentages, 80% or higher. So all my partner does is acts as a blocking sled. Okay. So first one is I fake, I hit, I shoot, and I turn, bing. And I go here, whack. Okay. Number 2 is a high, low, high, low, high, drop and shoot. Last one, low jab. And back out. And back out. Now my partner is my blocking sled. That's how you drill it. Now we're going into the submission portion of the tape. There are basically 10 positions, obviously there's more, but 10 positions that we deal with to understand the submissions. Number 1 would be the mount position. Number 2 is kneeling. Number 3 is the guard. Number 4 would be crossbody. And number 5 would be back control. Those are the first 5 that you're going to actually need to know. Again, it's mount, crossbody, guard position, kneeling, regardless if he's shot, you sprawl, he's on the bottom or you're on top, or starting out on your knees and how to take your partner down. And the last is back control. Back control is either face up or face down. Those are your first basic 5. Then you have secondary 5, which is the half guard, knee on belly, north and south, keizagatame, kazuri keizagatame, open guard. These are other positions you're going to deal with. Okay. Right now,
we're just going to deal with the positions from crossbody. Okay, if a person is hiding his arm here, these are 3 ways I'm going to get his arm free. Number 1 is I take my hand when his arm is under, just like this, under my armpit. I take my hand and I weave it through the hole. I grab my hands and I straighten his arm out. One more time. I come in here and bing, bring it out. If he's too tight, we use what we call the Subo points. Subo points are nerve points. Nerve point 1 would be here in the shoulder. Nerve point 2 would be in the cheek. Nerve point 3 would be in the neck. Obviously, when I'm rolling with my friends or my training partners, I'm not really going to put my elbow and dig into my buddy or my training partner. But when I'm fighting, I want to apply as much pressure and pain on him as I can. So maybe it wouldn't even be a push, maybe it would be a bounce, or maybe this to get the arm. Okay. If I start hitting him here, he's definitely going to bring his arm out. Pull your arm out. Good. And now you can attack it. Okay. So the first one again is here. The second one is the Subo. You use the elbow or the elbow in the cheek. Notice the cheek right here. Or the neck right here. Cheek, neck to get it free. Oh, and it's out. Okay. Sometimes his arm is here. When his arm's here, I can either bring it here. One more time. I pull and lift my head up, or I take 2 hands and I pull it out and hold it. He's going to bend it and pull it and move it. He's got to. Just hold it. He'll move it. As soon as he starts to move it, that's going to allow you to lock it. Okay? So again, number 1 is here. Number 2 is here, here, or here. Subo points. Number 3 is his arm is here. I'm either going to pull this tight and wind it down and then lift my head up and use my shoulder. Or from right here, I'm going to grab it with 2 hands, pull it out as far as I can and just hold it. He'll start to move his arm and bend his arm, and that will allow you to follow and go into a lock. Okay. The other position he'll have will be, the arm will be here. When the arm is in this position, the same thing, I can start to pull and get this position, or I'll go under and trap here and work it up, position it in another way to get the arm. Okay. If his arm is under my armpit like this, you don't want it there, just bent arm like that. Okay, that's going to allow me to take it another way. Maybe I'll switch to position and go for the shoulder to get it and pull it out. Again, he's using this pressure to turn, or I'll kill it another way. And this will allow positioning to wind and control, to either put my weight on him or to get his arm free. So if you look, the arm will be here, the arm will be here, the arm will be here, or the arm will be here. Okay. If it's strictly submission, I've even seen people, and actually had people in matches, lift up and put their arm here and just lay on their arm so you can't get it. I mean, some people do some crazy things. My objective is to get his arm somehow. Oh, thank you. Okay, all right, let's look at it. Arm down, arm out, up, and up facing the top. Branch up, branch out, branch down. Real simple. Okay, when the branch is down or facing his feet, grab the wrist and the hand. Don't grab it like this. This is okay, but you have better control when you grab it like a motorcycle. And grab the wrist and the hand, so I have the option to transfer at any time when I'm going for the lock to transfer to the wrist. If I hold just the wrist, I can't transfer to the hand. Okay, and I have better control of controlling both the entire arm when I have part of this pad, and I've got this, and I'm going to twist it like that. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is twist, reach in, lift it up as high as I can, and bring it behind his back. My key here is not to twist this behind his back, but to lift his elbow high and then place it down. If he's strong, he'll straighten his arm out, and then I
lock it here. Okay, if you look at the end of that, there's a wrist lock there. If you look at the end of the wrist, there's a finger lock. The finger lock for the straight. Okay, one more time. So you come up, okay, ear touches and put it here. Option 2, same thing. As I take it here, I grab it. He's got a big arm, I grab it like this. Or I'll grab it like this. 3 positions. 1, 2, or 3. Lift it. Okay, lift it. Or figure 4 it. Good. Bring it up. Now, let's say he won't let me roll him on his side. Okay, so I step my left foot over his head and I bring my foot back. That's going to bring him up on his side and allow me to put this lock in. Okay. Okay, so 2 ways. Grab it. Don't keep your elbow here. Lift your elbow up and pull him back. Keep your elbow tight and bring it here. Option 2, step over his head and put it here. Or grab his elbow, place it here. Okay. When the branch goes out, a lot of times when I go like this, he's strong, so he straightens his arm, so I go for the figure 4. Notice my armpit stays above this shoulder, and I put it here. Okay? And I bring my forearm radial bone underneath his elbow. It's called the tendon tricep, right under the elbow. So it's just like this. There's 2 ways to do it. Okay? Right now, when I go like this, he straightens his arm. I bring my thumb on top, figure 4, and I place this here, and then I figure 4 it this way. Another way you can do it is I'm here, and he starts to straighten his arm out. So what I do is I punch my arm around his elbow here, and I straighten his arm back out that way. So I'm actually creating the fulcrum this way, or I create it this way. So one is this way, his thumb is in the air. The second way is I reach around his elbow and from right here, watch, relax. When I'm going for this lock, he straightens his arm. Okay, reach around and then push it back this way. On the end, you have a wrist lock. On the end of the wrist lock, you have a finger lock. For training, we do 2 or 3 fingers. For real, you take 1 and you just crank it into the joint or twist it. Okay. To break it, to control, you just take 2 fingers for control. Figure 4, this is just for good control. Okay. All right. 1. Okay, look at the wrist lock on the end of it. Finger lock. Okay, bring it up. Position 2. 3. Okay, step over his head. Good. He straightens his arm out. Bring it to here. Like that. And the second way is I punch it here and bring it back this way. Look at the wrist lock on the end. Good. It's called a chicken wing, also known as a hammer lock, udigarami, bent arm lock, or bent shoulder lock.